Okay, in this video, I want to show you how to simplify a radical. But before that, I would like to show you these two properties. So the first property says the nth root of a times b, we can split into the product of the nth root of a and the nth root of b. The second property says the nth root of a divided by b, we can split this into the nth root of a divided by the nth root of b. So for example, the square root of 20, we can rewrite it as the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. Now remember, this is not the unique answer. You can also split this into, let's say, the square root of 2 times the square root of 10. And the cube root of 27 divided by 8, we can rewrite as the cube root of 27 divided by the cube root of 8. Okay, now we're going to use these two properties to simplify the radical, the square root of 24. Now you may ask why we want to do this. The reason is because the square root of 24 is not an integer. It is not like the square root of 16, which the answer is 4. This is not an integer. Why? Because since 4 times 4 equals 16, and 5 times 5 equals 25. Now because 24 is between 16 and 25, so that's why the answer is not integer. The answer is decimal. Actually, it's a non-repeating decimal. So we want to simplify this radical. And let me show you how to do this. So first, we want to think about this question, and that is which perfect square number does 24 contain? Okay, if you forgot about what is a perfect square numbers, so perfect square numbers are like 4 because it's 2 square, and 9 is 3 square, 16 4 square, 25 which is 5 square. So those numbers are called perfect square. Now as you can see, 24 does contain 4. So we split 24 into the product of 4 and 6. And then, according to the property number 1, we can split this into the square root of 4 times the square root of 6. Because we know the square root of 4 equals 2, so the answer is 2 times the square root of 6. Now, when you check your answer, you want to check if the number under the square root, does this number still contain any perfect square number? Now, since 6 doesn't contain any perfect square number, so we know we can stop here. So the answer is 2 times the square root of 6. Okay, now let me do another example. This time I want to simplify the square root of 80. So, okay, I know 80 contains 4 because 80 can be divided by 4. So I split 80 into 4 times 20. So this becomes the square root of 4 times the square root of 20, which is 2 times the square root of 20. Now, because 20 also contains a perfect square, 20 contains 4. So we continue to break 20 into 4 times 5. And then we use the property number 1 again. So we write this into the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. Now, this square root of 4 becomes 2. So now we have 4 times the square root of 5. Now because 5 doesn't contain any perfect square, so the answer is 4 times the square root of 5.